There is a major housing crisis in West Dorset. Over 1,400 households are on the housing registry in West Dorset, either homeless or unsuitably housed. That accounts for over 3,000 people. Nearly 40% of households earn £20,000 a year or less, which means that thousands of tenants are struggling desperately with the high rents they cannot afford. In many homes, both parents have to work shifts in order to make ends meet, so that most of the time only one parent is at home with the children. In many households there are 3 generations living under the same roof, and only a quarter of households in West Dorset can afford to buy even a modest terrace house on a mortgage. That is the West Dorset housing crisis. West Dorset has a housing plan that will simply not solve our housing crisis, but don't blame the council, their hands are tied. What we need are homes that young people can afford to rent. What we need are new homes that young people can afford to buy. Councils used to build around 150,000 council houses every year, and these were at prices that people could afford. But unfortunately, since the early 1980s, councils have no longer been building social housing. Our local plan requires that 65% of the new homes built are for sale on the open market, and some of the profits on the sales of those homes will go towards subsidising the 35% to make them affordable. Unfortunately, developers can claim that subsidising the 35% makes a whole development unviable, and that's what happened at the prison site in Dorchester, where in the end all of the affordable houses were scrapped. So the council plans to build 8,000 homes which will be for sale on the open market. But who will be buying these homes? Everybody in West Dorset that can afford to buy a home has already got one. These homes will be too expensive for the people in housing need to be able to buy. So who will be buying these new homes? Well, the government projects that 22,000 people will move into West Dorset from other parts of the UK by 2030. And if history is anything to go by, most of these people will be retirees. These 22,000 new residents are the reason why the council needs to build 8,000 new homes on the open market. But that won't help the people in housing poverty who already live here. And are these affordable homes really affordable? Well, the government has decided to redefine affordable as 80% of market rates, which means if you're going to rent a 3-bedroom property in the private sector in West Dorset, it will cost £600 a month. And over half the population can't afford £600 a month, and that's the half of the population that needs help. What we really need is known as social rented homes. They cost about £106 a week for a 3-bedroom home and about £86 a week for a 2-bedrooms home. That's genuinely affordable. A family will need an income of either £18,000 or £22,000 respectively, and that's perfectly doable. Providing homes that middle income earners can afford to buy is known as shared ownership, and these schemes work well in West Dorset, where the buyers own part of the house and rent the other part of the house from the housing association. This enables couples to get on the housing ladder and benefit from the increase in price of their share of their home. This isn't a perfect scheme, but it's a lot better than just paying out rent and having nothing to show for it. The West Dorset local plan simply does not solve our housing problems. Many of the so-called affordable homes will probably never be built, and anyway the people in housing need can't afford them. The 8,000 new homes that will be built to go on the open market will probably be bought by incoming retirees, and local people who are in housing need can't afford those homes. And the net result of all this? Local young people will continue to be driven out of West Dorset because of high housing costs.